Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. I hope you all are safe and fine at your home. I am your instructor, Ms. Mavish Patul Kazmi, lecturer Department of Biochemistry and Biotechnology, the Women University, Bhutan. Dear students, today we are going to discuss about the preservation methods for pure culture. It is this lecture, sorry, this course we have discussed so far so many of the microorganisms which have been used in different industrial processes for the production of different useful you can say products or substances, and we have discussed the different methods available for the selection and screening of the potential microorganism which could be used at industrial scale. So up till now you have seen that this selection procedure or this screening procedure is very rigorous, it's very time consuming, it is very tiring as well. So when you got the pure culture after so many of the procedures. So the microbiologist or the scientist, or the biochemist, or the biotechnologist, he or she wish that uh, all the process he or she has underwent to get the fruitful result is that they must store that pure culture which has been isolated after so much of you can say troublesome procedures. So the preservation must be very important to get the same kind of product again and again to please the market or consumer. You need to focus on the you can say the whatever the product you are making. You need to keep that product of same texture, same taste, or same you can say efficacy. So for all these purposes, you need to save your microorganism which you have isolated after so many of difficult and time consuming process. So we are going to discuss these different preservation methods. So to maintain the pure culture for extended period in viable condition without any genetic change is referred as preservation. So you don't want that your isolated microorganism it change its genetic makeup after a certain time. So you want to maintain that microbe in condition which is most suitable for your procedure. So you need to preserve that microbe. So during preservation, most important factor is to stop microbial growth or at least lower the growth rate. So preservation method basically meant to you can say lower down the metabolic rate or growth rate of the microorganism. And the reason for lowering the growth rate is to avoid the accumulation of toxic chemicals or the potential of the microorganism to divide into a new cell is you basically logged that potential when you preserve the microbes. So the objective of preservation is first of all to maintain isolated pure culture for extended period in a viable condition. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप एक लंबे अरसे के लिए माइक्रोब को स्टोर करें तो उसकी वाइबिलिटी खत्म हो जाए, मतलब वो डेड हो जाए. यू नीड टू मेंटेन इन द वाइबल कंडीशन. नेक्स्ट टू अवॉइड कंटेमिनेशन. आपने इतनी मुश्किल से इतने ढेर सारे प्रोसीजर्स गुजार के माइक्रोब को आइसोलेट किया है उसकी प्योर कल्चर की फॉर्म में, तो आप कभी भी नहीं चाहेंगे कि उसके अंदर कोई और माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म कंटेमिनेट हो जाए या उसका जेनेटिक म्यूटेशन हो जाए. तो इन सब चीज़ों को ध्यान में रखते हुए प्रिजर्वेशन की जाती है. So why to preserve? In nature, there is only 1% bacteria which is pathogenic and harmful to Animalia and Plantae. 99% of bacterial population are of economic importance for human beings and plants. In soils for nutrient uptake, in food industry, in sewage industry, in medical industry. So they all are important microbes which are found in different industries. So the preservation of bacteria is one of the most profitable practice economically as well as environmentally. तो ये एक बहुत प्रॉफिटेबल प्रैक्टिस है कि आप अपने माइक्रोब्स को प्रिजर्व करें to be used next time or till the time your product is famous in the market. So there are various reasons. For various reasons, microbes can be preserved. academic purpose, research purpose, biotechnological field, or fermentation industry. All these are the reasons, potential reasons to be preserve microbes. But what are the methods available for preservation? Preservation methods include periodic transfer of microbes to the fresh media, means you need to refresh the culture media in which your microbes are prone to grow. So this is one of the method. Next is the storage at low temperature. If you want to keep your microbes for a longer period of time, then you need to store at low temperature. Low means minus below 0 degree or below minus 20. Then storage in sterile soil. You can use sterile soil for the storage of microorganism as it happen in the nature. All the microbes are available in the soil. You basically use soil sample for the isolation of different type of microbes. So in nature, soil is the best preservative material in which microbes can be stored for a long period of time. Then the preservation by overlying culture with mineral oil. You can add mineral oil on the surface of your stock microbial solution for its further preservation for a long period of time so that the microbe cannot grow or they cannot respire obviously in that media and they just get dormant in this situation. And then the lyophilization process, which is freeze drying process as well. Now, what is meant by periodic transfer to the fresh media? Strains can be maintained by periodically preparing fresh culture from the previous stock culture. You basically prepare a new culture media, you new media having all the characteristics or all the properties which favors the growth of microorganism. You prepare that media, you autoclave that media, you maintain that temperature and the environment of the media, and then you shift some microorganism from your previous culture to this new media. And as the new media is having all the basic requirement of the microorganism, so the growth of the microorganism it get favored. And as it get favored, microorganism keeps on growing or dividing, and it take rapid rate of growth. So, in this manner, the many of the more common heterotrophs remain viable for several weeks or months on the medium, like nutrient agar. So, nutrient agar, you have came across the name of the nutrient agar many times. So, this nutrient agar makes your microbes to be viable for several weeks or months. So the transfer method has a disadvantage of failing to prevent changes in the characteristic of a strain to development of variants and mutant. But there are disadvantage of this process, and the disadvantage is that the microbe can change its genetics. There can be different mutations which can change the genetic material of your desired microbe. Next is storage at low temperature. Storage at low temperature means refrigeration or cryopreservation. Refrigeration, pure cultures can be successfully stored at 0 to 4, either in the refrigerators or in the cold rooms. This method is applied for short duration. When you want to store your microbe for a short period of time, for 2 to 3 weeks or 3 to 4 months for fungi, you can use refrigeration process, because metabolic activity are greatly slowed down but not stopped. And as their growth continue, nutrients in the media they get utilized, and obviously the waste products microbe they do release in the media, which ultimately cause the death of the microbe. So micro रेफ्रिजरेशन 0 to 4 डिग्री पे आप जब भी कोई माइक्रोब्स रखते हैं और उसको मतलब 1-1.5 महीने से ऊपर हो जाए तो अल्टीमेटली समझ लें कि आपके माइक्रोब जो है वो डेड हो चुके हैं. Next is cryopreservation. Cryopreservation is the freezing in the liquid nitrogen at minus 196 degree or in the gas phase above the liquid nitrogen at 150 degree. Help survival of pure culture for long storage times. तो आपने क्या करना है कि cryopreservation means कि आप उसको instant freezing करा रहे हैं microbes की with the use of liquid nitrogen. और अगर आप लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन की गैस फेज में भी उसको रखेंगे जो कि -150 डिग्री का टेम्परेचर होता है, तो आपके माइक्रोब जो है वो वहीं पर रैपिडली फ्रीज हो जाएंगे। ठीक है, और इस मेथड में लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन के साथ साथ आपको सॉल्युबलाइजिंग एजेंट भी डालने पड़ेंगे अपने सैंपल में जिसमें माइक्रोब्स हैं, यानी कि ग्लिसरॉल और डाइमिथाइल सल्फोक्साइड को आप डालेंगे ताकि सेल डैमेज ना हो सके। ठीक है, कि आइस क्रिस्टल बनने लगे, आपने रैपिडली फ्रोजन करना है माइक्रोब्स को। तो जब आप रैपिडली फ्रोज करेंगे तो साइटोप्लाज्म जो कि लिक्विड है कम्प्लीटली, वो एकदम से आइस की फॉर्मेशन में जाएगा, क्रिस्टल्स बनेंगे, तो दैट क्रिस्टल्स दे माइट डैमेज द सेल वॉल or cell membrane. So glycerol or dimethyl sulfoxide, it cushioned the microorganism and protect from this damage. This liquid nitrogen method has been successful with many species but cannot be preserved by lyophilization, and most species can remain viable under these conditions for 10 to 30 years without undergoing change in their characteristics. However, this method is expensive. This technique of cryopreservation is used only when lyophilization process is not undertaken by the species. Some species which are not, you can say, mm, withstand the lyophilization process, only those microbes or species, they are preserved by this liquid nitrogen method, and this method can save the microbes for 10 to 30 years without changing in their characteristic, but this method is expensive. Liquid nitrogen is expensive. Next is storage in sterile soil. It falls into two groups. Sterile soil infested with small amount of inoculum immediately dried and stored in refrigerator, and soil infested with the microbe with the organism then incubation, allowing incubation. सो इन दिस मैनर या तो आप ये करें कि जो स्टेरॉयल सॉइल को लेके उसमें थोड़ा सा इनोकुलम डाल के उसको इमीडिएटली ड्राई करके फ्रीजर में स्टोर कर दें। दूसरा ये है कि आप सॉइल के अंदर माइक्रोब को ग्रो करें और वहां तक ग्रो करें जब तक उसके माइसेलिया और प्रोगेटिव यूनिट्स जो हैं वो सेकेंडरी जनरेशन में एंटर हो जाएं और फिर उसको आप प्रिजर्व करें। ठीक है, मतलब पहले आप माइक्रोब को ग्रो कर लें, जो भी माइक्रोब है या जो भी फंगस आपने जिसको आपने प्रिजर्व करना है उसको ग्रो कर लें। उसको ग्रो कर सॉइल में ग्रो करने के बाद उसके जो प्रोपोगेटिव यूनिट्स हैं जो कि उससे जिससे सेकेंड जनरेशन बन सकती है उनको फिर प्रिजर्व करें। द सॉइल प्रिजर्वेशन मेथड इज यूजफुल फॉर फंजाई, एंड बाय दिस मेथड actinomycetes are maintained in soil for 4 to 5 years, and there are several bacterial species are also maintained in soil for several years. जैसे कि मैंने पहले कहा कि सॉइल के अंदर तो सारे माइक्रोब्स जो हैं वो रह सकते हैं फॉर लॉन्ग पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, सो दिस इज वन ऑफ द पोटेंशियल मेथड फॉर द प्रिजर्वेशन ऑफ माइक्रोब्स। Next, preservation by overlying culture with the mineral oil. Normally, this is the simple and most economical method of maintaining pure cultures. इस मेथड के अंदर क्या करते हैं कि पहली बात स्लांट्स का तो पता ही होगा आपको, स्लांट्स बनाते हैं। स्लांट्स क्या होते हैं कि आप माइक्रो टेस्ट ट्यूब्स के अंदर अपना जो एगर का मीडिया है, मीडिया इन एगर फॉर्म, उसको पोर करके तो उसको जो है ना थोड़ा सा इंक्लाइंड पोजीशन में रख के सॉलिडिफाई कराते हैं, तो वो एक जो है ना क्या कहते हैं इंक्लाइंड पोजीशन में मीडिया जो है वो स्टिल हो जाता है। उसके ऊपर फिर आप जो है ना लूप के थ्रू माइक्रोव लेके उसके ऊपर जो है स्ट्रिकिंग करते हैं, तो वो आपके स्लांट्स कल्चर बन जाते हैं। उन स्लांट कल्चर्स के ऊपर जब आप स्टेराइल लिक्विड पैराफिन या कोई भी मिनरल ऑयल जो है स्टेराइल फॉर्म में डाल डाल दें और उसको अपराइट कर दें रूम टेम्परेचर पे, ठीक है, तो वो पैराफिन लेयर जो है या वो जो ऑयल की लेयर है दैट इंश्योर्स के एनारोबिक कंडीशन मेंटेन रहे और डिहाइड्रेशन से बचाती है मीडिया की। ठीक है, सो ये कंडीशन जो है ये माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिज्म के लिए हेल्पफुल रहती है ताकि वो डॉर्मेंट स्टेट अचीव कर लेते हैं, एंड दैट कल्चर कैन बी प्रिजर्व फ्रॉम मंथ्स टू ईयर। और ये जो प्रिजर्वेशन टाइम है ये वेरी करता है मुख्तलिफ स्पीशीज के लिए। So, but this method is one of the very common and very simple method which mostly labs follow who are dealing with microorganism. So the advantage that is very say effective, that you remove some of the growth under the oil with a sterile needle, inoculate in a fresh media and still preserve the original culture. तो आप क्या करते हैं कि इस तरह का जो आपने प्रिजर्वेशन किया होता है ना, उसके अंदर आप जो है अपना मतलब अपनी माइक्रोब को एक सिंपल ट्रांसफर नीडल को ऑयल से पास करके उसमें से निकाल लें और फिर फ्रेश मीडिया के अंदर आप उसको शेक करें, तो आपके पास ओरिजिनल कल्चर भी प्रिजर्व रहता है और आप उससे सब कल्चरिंग भी कर लेते हैं। मतलब अब आपको कुछ माइक्रोब चाहिए हैं, आपने स्लांट्स बना के रखे हुए हैं, आप और स्लांट्स जो है वो मिनरल ऑयल से प्रिजर्व हुए हुए हैं, तो आप क्या करते हैं कि एक स्टेराइल नीडल से ऑयल को पास आउट करके कॉलोनी को टच करके वहाँ से थोड़ी-सी अमाउंट में सेल्स आएँगे, उसको आप न्यू इनोकुलम के अंदर मिक्स कर दें, तो आपके पास ओरिजिनल कल्चर भी प्रिज़र्व रहेगा और आपके पास माइक्रोब्स भी आ जाएँगे। So the simplicity of the method makes it attractive, but changes in the characteristic of a strain can still occur. ये simplicity तो है, लेकिन यहाँ पर भी जो जेनेटिक चेंजेस हैं माइक्रोब्स के, वो फिर भी उसके चांसेस हैं यहाँ पर कि चेंजेस हो सकते हैं जेनेटिकली। Next is lyophilization or freeze drying. It's a process which is a very stabilizing process in which substance is first frozen and then the quantity of the solvent is reduced first by sublimation, which is the primary drying stage, and then desorption, which is the secondary drying stage. So better preservation occurs with freeze drying than with any other of the method, because freeze drying reduces the risk of intracellular ice crystallization that compromises viability. आपने जो लिक्विड नाइट्रोजन वाला मेथड देखा था, उसके अंदर आपने इंस्टेंट फ्रीजिंग करनी है, तो आपकी इंस्टेंट फ्रीजिंग की वजह से इंट्रासेलुलर आइस क्रिस्टलाइजेशन का जो इफेक्ट है वो आप इग्नोर नहीं कर सकते। लेकिन जब आप लायोफिलाइजेशन करते हैं और इसके अंदर आप जो आपका सॉल्वेंट है उसको सब्लाइम कर लेते हैं, उसको यू जस्ट बेसिकली प्राइमरी ड्राई कर देते हैं उसको विदाउट कन्वर्टिंग इनटू यू कैन से सॉलिड लिक्विड फेज। सो इस तरीके से ये जो आइस क्रिस्टलाइजेशन वाला इशू है वो लायोफिलाइजेशन में नहीं होता। एंड द रिमूवल ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम द स्पेसिमेन इफेक्टिवली प्रिवेंट्स दिस डैमेज, और डैमेज जो है वाटर रिमूवल से वो इसके अंदर कम से कम होता है। Lyophilization is greatest with gram-positive bacteria, which are spore formers, and decrease with gram-negative bacteria, but viability can be maintained as long as 30 years. So, जो spore formers हैं, they you can say increase the efficacy of lyophilization process, which gram-negative bacteria don't follow the same way, but you can even get the viable microbes for as long as 30 years with lyophilization. So the large number of vials of dried microorganism can be stored with limited space, and organism can be easily transported long distances at room temperature. ये जो आप vials बनाते हैं, that vials can be stored at lesser space and can be transported to longer distances. The process combines freezing and dehydration. Organisms are initially frozen and then dried by lowering the atmospheric pressure with the vacuum apparatus. So the specimens can be connected individually to the condenser or can be placed in a chamber where they are dehydrated in a larger air spaces. So this is the overall process as the time pass on. First of all, the temperature is reduced to negative of the Celsius, then which helps in the facilitates the solidification. Then the vacuum phase enters, which convert this solidification into sublimation with the removal of with the remaining 5 to 10% water. Then the desorption phase, which is a secondary drying phase in which 1 to 2% of water ultimately left behind. So the advantages: removal of water at low temperature, thermolabile materials can be dried, sterility can be maintained, and the reconstitution is easy. Disadvantages of this process: that many biological molecules are damaged by the stress associated with freezing, freeze drying, or both. The process of drying causes extensive damage to mold, protozoa, and most viruses. Hence, these microorganisms cannot be stored by this method, this lyophilization method. The product is prone to oxidation due to high porosity and large surface area. Therefore, the product should be packed in vacuum or using inert gas. Cost can be and may be an issue depending on the product. Thank you so much, student, for your time. If you have any question, you are free to ask. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Allah Hafiz.